it's Miss Andrea from One Community Kids, and today we're going to read a really good story called The Tale of the Three Trees. And this is a tale that is sometimes told in different ways. So it's told with the same story but with different words. So maybe some of you have heard of this before. This is a children's board book, but they also make a bigger book too. But we really love this story, so I hope you do too. Okay, I'm going to scoot closer so you can see it because it's kind of a small book. Okay, The Tale of the Three Trees. Once upon a mountaintop, three trees dreamed of what they wanted to become when they grew up. I want to hold treasure, the first tree said. I will be the most beautiful treasure chest in the whole world. I want to be a strong sailing ship, the second tree said. I'll be the strongest ship in the world. I don't want to leave this mountaintop at all, the third tree said. I want to grow so tall that when people look at me, they will raise their eyes to heaven and think of God. I will be the tallest tree in the world. One day, three woodcutters climbed the mountain. With a swoop of the first man's axe, the first tree fell. With a swoosh of the second man's axe, the second tree fell. With a slash of the third man's axe, the third tree fell. The first tree rejoiced when the woodcutter brought him to a carpenter shop. But the busy carpenter was not thinking about treasure chests. Instead, his work-worn hands fashioned the tree box into a feed box for animals. The second tree smiled when the woodcutter took him to a shipyard, but no mighty sailing ships were built that day. Instead, the once strong tree was made into a simple fishing boat. The third tree was confused when the woodcutter cut her into strong beams and left her in a lumber yard. What happened? All I ever wanted to do was point to God, the once tall tree wondered. Many, many days and nights passed. The three trees nearly forgot their dreams. But one night, one golden starlight poured over the first tree as a young woman placed her newborn baby in a feed box, and suddenly the first tree knew he was holding the greatest treasure in the world. Who's that? Do you know? Maybe Mom and Dad could help. One evening, a tired traveler and his friends crowded into the old fishing boat. When a storm arose, the second tree shuddered. But when the traveler stretched out his hand and said, "Peace," the storm stopped. And suddenly, the second tree knew he was carrying the King of heaven and earth. One Friday morning, the third tree was startled when her beams were yanked from the woodpile. She shivered when she was dragged through an angry crowd. She shuddered when soldiers nailed a man's hand to her. She felt ugly, harsh, and cruel. But on Sunday morning, when the sun rose and the earth trembled with joy beneath her, the third tree knew God's love had changed everything. Do you know what morning that was? Easter. It made the first tree beautiful. It made the second tree strong. And every time people thought of the third tree, they would think of God. That was better than being the tallest tree in the world. I hope you enjoyed that story. Bye.